So what we want to talk about tonight is membership sites and why membership sites matter in your online business. Now, in case you're brand new to online, I'm going to give you a basic description of what a membership site is. It's really a website that delivers a product or service or some sort of training through a secured authentication system where a login is required to gain access to the product or service or the training. That's the basics of what a membership site is. It's really just a system for delivering content that you have to authenticate to be able to get access to the content, whatever that content might be. So why are memberships popular among vendors? Well, for one, they stop digital download theft. It wasn't, long after, people started selling products online and the search engines came online, they found out, that their download pages were being indexed by the search engines, which, to people that were skilled enough to be able to search for the proper terms would be able to find your download pages and get your products for free. And also, there wasn't many services back then when this was happening, but there was a few that were available, and people were gaining access to those as well. The second thing is they create a sense of community. When you have a membership site, it's usually themed around one topic. It can be kind of a broad general topic, but still the people that are members of that site are all pretty much interested in one common thing. And like I said, it could be a broad topic, but still yet, pretty much everybody that's in there is involved in that topic in some way or form. And it gives you an avenue for, having a close knit set of people that you can, converse with and work with and, market your products to. They also make great product distribution points. I have one membership site that I use now for most of my product delivery, and as I add new products to it, it just becomes another product that's available to the rest of the members that's inside the membership site. I have actually a couple of different ones that I use in this way, but I have one that I use the most for most of my product delivery now. And then they also help you sell more products and services in that when you have more products added into a membership site, the current members will see new products added, and it entices them to maybe want to purchase some of your additional products by seeing new products that you've added. Most membership sites now come with some sort of a member notification system, which makes it really easy to notify your current members that you've added new content or a new product or service, and it gives them the opportunity to come to your membership site and log in and check it out, see what it is that you've offered. Now, of course, this same thing can be done with an autoresponder, but you know how it is with autoresponders. Lots of times the emails either go to the spam box or people start to ignore them after a while. But generally, when you get a message from a membership site, pretty much those emails are opened right away just to see what information the admin of that site is sent out to the members of that site. So it's a great opportunity for vendors to be able to sell more of their products and services. Now, why are membership sites popular amongst buyers? Well, they provide a central access point to purchases. Just in the case, like I was telling you, where I have a lot of my products all being delivered from a couple of different membership sites, it gives the buyers, easy access to download several of your different products instead of having to remember or bookmark several different websites or pages to go to download the products they purchase from. They get them all from one central point. And again, the number two thing is they create a sense of community. The customers feel like they belong to something when they join a membership site. Even if there's not any interaction amongst the rest of the members, there's still a sense of community just by having the access, the ability to log into a membership site where only other people that have been granted the access have access to that site as well. And then they also make it easier to get support when you need it from the product vendor. Most membership site softwares now have some sort of a support mechanism built into them that the customers can, at the click of a button, send the product vendor a message and usually get support. Now, not always are these used by the product vendors. Sometimes they redirect it to a general support desk like I do, Most of mine redirect to my main support desk, but the ability is in there in most membership site softwares to, have some sort of a support mechanism to contact the website owner. Now, there's different kinds of membership systems that you can use to run and host a membership site. You have standalone membership softwares and scripts that you have to install. These are independent of any other web pages or blogs that you might have. They're standalone softwares. You have the WordPress based ones that are usually plugins or themes of some sort. And then you have the platform type, which is usually some sort of a SaaS type membership site, which stands for software as a service. WordPress themes and plugins are the most popular now because they're easier to use and usually cheaper than the standalone and the platform. Definitely the platform, because most of the time the platform membership systems you're having to pay a monthly fee to be on that platform, so they can be the most expensive of all of them, although they have their advantages in that they're maintained by another network administration system that you don't have to worry about the upkeep and the maintenance of the membership site. So let's talk about the different types of memberships that you can have. One is the freemium model, which offers some sort of a free product or a service, and then usually there's an enticement for an upgrade to get the premium content. Then you have the type that are just straight out premium, which offers some sort of a paid product or service right up front. There is no free options. Then you have the SaaS, software as a service type membership sites, and those are the kind where when you log in, the actual membership site will perform some sort of a service for you. Varies in different things of what they can do. Some, give you a good example is, some of them create graphics or squeeze pages or creates content for you. There's various ones. Website spinner or content spinners are great examples of software as a service. And, these are becoming more and more now. There's more of the products we buy now are becoming web-based, which makes it easier for product vendors to make their products available to the different operating systems. So we're seeing more and more of the software as a service come available. Then you have training membership sites where you offer either live or recorded trainings. I have several of those where I do that. And then you have consultation membership sites, which offer some sort of a consulting service, and it's usually done by appointment, where you log in and you set an appointment, and then you either meet them inside of another section of the membership site, or you arrange for some sort of another contact method of call or some sort of video chat or whatever. But these are the 5 most popular types of memberships that you will most run across. Now, there's several others that are used as well, but these are the most popular ones that you'll run across. Now, let's talk about the different membership payment plans. There are several different combinations of these that can be used, but the most ones that are used the most often are the one-off payments, where you just pay one time to get access to the membership, or you have the fixed term, which offers a set number of payments that eventually have an end to them. Usually, they go anywhere from 3 months to 6 months to 12 months. I have seen some go as much as 36 months, but it's kind of rare for them to go past 12 months. Most of the time with a fixed term membership site, it's 12 months or less. Then you have the monthly, which are ongoing recurring payments. These are still really popular. You see a lot of these, and usually with the monthly ones, new content is added on some sort of a regular basis, or in the case of consultation, appointments are set or whatever. Monthlies are probably what most everybody familiarizes with when you talk about membership sites, but they're not the most predominant one now, as they once were when membership sites first came out. And then the last one you have is the split pay, where you have a product that sells for a fairly sizable amount of cost, and it's broken up into payments. Those are usually done inside of a membership site as well. Now, like I said, you can mix and match a lot of these together and create different payment plans for your membership site. Like you could have a trial membership, which is really a, a, a subset of a fixed term membership, in that you're offering a trial to get into the membership site to sample the content, and then the payments start. And of course, you could have a trial that actually goes into a monthly recurring payment as well. You'll hardly ever see it. Occasionally, you will see a trial membership site on a one-off purchase, but not very often. Most of the time, it's either with fixed term or monthly that you'll see a trial option. Uh, I've never seen a trial option on a split pay where you're breaking up a large fee into smaller payments. I have seen the first payment be a little lower than the other payments, but I've not really seen a trial access. Now, these are the types that sell the best. Obviously, the one-offs where you just charge one time is going to sell the quickest amongst, your average customer. Fixed terms sell really well because they see a set end to the number of payments they're going to be making. And then in the case of, a product that sells for quite a bit, it's pretty expensive to purchase up front, the split pay is the third one that's most popular. But of all of them, the one-off is always going to outsell all of the rest of them, with fixed term being the number two coming in. Most of the time now, when people start membership sites, unless they are going to be adding content on a regular basis, they are some sort of a fixed term in most cases, where they'll have the payments broke up over several months to get access to the content that's being added. Now let's talk about memberships versus regular product sales. With regular product sales, you advertise your product to your prospects and they make the one purchase from you. And unless you've put them on some sort of a contact system like an autoresponder service or mailing list, you really don't have any chance of selling them anything additional. With membership sites, you can do not only that first one-off sale with them, but you can add or update your content inside the membership site, and using the membership site software, notify your members that you've updated the content or added new content, and you have the possibility of the current members coming back and buying additional products from you because they see there's something else been added to the membership site that they can get from a membership site that they already belong to. With regular product sales, that's, like I said, that's almost impossible to do. You can do it through autoresponders, but as I said, it gets to the point with autoresponders after about 7 to 15 emails, they pretty much, they're not opening your emails as much. But when they see an email come from a membership site, they're going to open that almost every time. You'll have probably a 90 to 95% open rate on notices from a membership site as opposed to emails from your autoresponder series. Now, the two most popular membership models that you should be considering. The number one that most people use starting out is the freemium model. And this is the most popular with vendors because it gives the prospective customers in the loop of what's inside or being added to the premium content, which entices the free member to upgrade. When membership sites first started becoming popular, I guess about 7, 8 years ago, the freemium model was what was used the most because it offered the prospective customer, something free to get into the membership site, and then they were seeing that there was, extra value added content that if they upgraded, they could have access to that as well. The freemium model is still the most popular that's being used amongst most online marketers. And then again, the trial memberships are really popular as well, in that you offer some sort of a small sample for a reduced fee, and it's kind of similar to the freemium model in a way, in a way you're offering a sample of what you have for a small fee, maybe to recover your advertising cost or whatever, but it's still kind of based along the freemium model in that you're offering them something of decent value for a low cost in hopes that they will upgrade and get the premium content that you have. Now, customers like these because they get to sample the content first before they have to obligate themselves to continuing payments. So that's why trial memberships are so popular, especially when you have trial memberships that are less than $5 for them to try it out. The most popular price range is $1.95 to $4.95 is what most trial periods go for, and usually they go from anywhere from 3 to 7 days on average for the trials. After that 3 or 7 days, they get charged the regular monthly rate, whatever it is, whether it be fixed term or if it's going to be recurring charge. Occasionally, I have seen this, is extremely rare, but I have seen trial memberships on one-off costs, but it's really rare for you to see that, because most of the time with a one-off cost membership site, the product is usually already priced low to start with, so there's really no point in offering a trial into that, unless it's some sort of a service you wanted to give the customer a chance to try out the service and see if it's something they're going to be able to use, or if it's something that's going to benefit them first before they make the final payment to gain access to it on a continuing basis. So these are the two most popular ones, and this is what most everybody starts out with. Like I said, the freemium model is probably the most popular. It's been going around for at least 7 to 10 years now. And here in the last 3 or 4 years, the trial memberships have become really popular because they give people a chance to, sample the content before they have to obligate themselves. If I were going to start a brand new membership site, the freemium model is what I would consider over the others to start with. And it would really depend on the type of content that you have, whether you can offer that or not. Sometimes it's not, possible to offer the freemium model. But if at all possible, if I could offer the freemium model, that's what I would start with, because that way at least you get your customer in the loop of letting them know what the premium content is like, and especially if it's something that you update or you add more content to it on some sort of a regular basis that you can notify all the members about. Now, here's why you should consider having a membership site. Besides the fact that they deter digital product theft, membership sites can make the best delivery point for your products and services. One of the most common questions I get on my support desk is, I didn't get access to my product. And if you have your products scattered amongst several different web pages or websites, it can get really confusing, trying to tell them how to access the different products or services that you've sold to customers. If you have them centralized inside of a membership site, it's easier to tell them that all they need to do is go to this one URL and log in, and then click on the menu navigation to access their purchase. Now, again, it brings up another support area in that, maybe they can't figure out how to log in, or they don't know how to log in. They didn't get their login information, but usually that's solved pretty quickly just by replying to the support ticket with what their login and their password is to get into the membership site. The second thing is adding new products into a membership site will encourage your current members to purchase more from you. When you send out notices you've added new products to your membership site, your current members are going to go log in. First off, some of them are going to log in just to see if maybe you messed up and gave them access to it by accident, or if it's maybe just part of the membership they're in. They may want to check to see if it is part of what they already paid for. If they go in and they log in and they click the link and it's something that they have to purchase, it usually redirects to a sales page or a page that tells them that they need to upgrade to be able to get to that. And at that point, they can decide whether that's something else they want to add to their access level or not. So it does help making a lot more sales by having all the products in one central place, and then being able to send out those notices you've added new products. And then thirdly, customers view membership access as more valuable than regular download products. It's kind of like you can take an ebook and try to sell the ebook just as it is, and you'll make a few sales with it. But if you take that ebook and you break it up into parts and deliver just parts of it on some sort of a timed interval, a customer will see that as more valuable than just giving them the straight out ebook to start with. One reason behind this is because they feel like, you're not overwhelming them with the information all at once, and that you're breaking it up, making it easier for them to consume and understand the training that you're giving them with that ebook. Another example of that is you can take that same ebook and turn it into a piece of software. There's several softwares out now that will take an ebook and turn it into an executable that they can run from their desktop, and customers view that as more valuable than the regular ebook. You can take that software and input it in a membership site, and it becomes even more valuable because they feel like they have to be a part of the membership site to be able to use the software. So just by adding your products into a membership site will add, a perceived value to it as opposed to a regular download link. Even though it could be the same exact product you could put on a regular static HTML download page, by it being in a membership site, the customers feel like, it's more valuable to them. And then there's the ease of access, like I talked about to start with. It makes it easier for the customers, if they bought several products from you, to be able to access past purchases by just logging into one area to be able to click the links and access, their past purchases from you. Okay, so that was our training on membership sites. Like I said, I spent about 30 minutes on Skype with the guy this weekend that was trying to decide between selling his product straight out and having regular protected download pages or using a membership site to deliver them. And I told him about these things I just told you guys, and it made sense to him that if he put them inside of a membership site, that he would have, more control over it, and the customers would be more at ease with it and happier with it because they would be able to go to one site and be able to get all of his products. Now, what he was wanting to do was sell a series of 10 different ebooks that are all in the same niche or genre, and he wanted to be able to deliver them, once per month. And he considered doing it through an autoresponder download page. That's the simple form of a membership site. And then after talking to him, he decided, it was better to just go ahead and get one of the themes or plugins for WordPress and just do it as a drip feed. That way he could automate the whole process and wouldn't have to, remember the various different URLs to send out to people and create, that kind of a confusion with his customers. And, if they missed one, he'd have to send them out the links again. See, Patricia's asking a question here. What WordPress plugins do you recommend and why? There are several different WordPress plugins you can use, and it really just depends on what type of content you have and what you're wanting to do with your content. If you're wanting to drip feed content, which most all membership plugins now can do drip feed, it was a point in time where drip feed was an extra feature to plugins, but now it's pretty much common in all of them. But the two most popular ones, and the ones that I use the most, is I use Instamember for most all of my membership sites now. I do have MemberSonic, and I use it on a couple of different sites. And then I have a plugin that I created myself that just does straight ClickBank memberships. I use Instamember probably the most of all of them. I'm not saying that it's any better than the rest of them. It's just one that I've gotten used to the most. And I bought the developer rights to it, so I can put it on as many sites as I want to. The MemberSonic I can only put it on 3 different websites, so that's why I'm not using it as much. I can only use it on 3 different sites. But there's also themes that you can get that will do the same thing. The themes are generally more expensive than the plugins, and sometimes they don't have all of the features in them that the plugins have nowadays. But there's S2Member is a really great choice. If you can't afford to buy one of the premium plugins, S2Member is a great one to use. Member Pro is another good one that's actually created by the WordPress multi-user development section of WordPress. They have a free version of Member Pro that you can use as well. There's also a couple of different themes that you can get that are free that will handle membership sites somewhat, but not as good as the premium plugins. But it really, like I said, Patricia, it really depends on what you're wanting to do with the membership site to start with. For most of everything that I do, which is just digital product sales, uh, the InstaMember handles all of that. Now, if I wanted to do live content, set up consulting and schedule appointments, that type of thing, that plugin probably wouldn't handle that, so I'd have to look for a different plugin for that. The thing that says MemberSonic has a new coaching plugin that works with it. Well, see, that's something I need to look into, is a coaching plugin. So that's good, Dana, that you told me about that. I'll have to look into that. There's several plugins and themes available for membership sites, and you just have to decide how many you're actually going to actually need. Like in my case, I work in several different niches. I work in three niches primarily, but then I go into subsets of those three different niches, those broad topic niches. So that's why I needed, to get the developer rights to something that, was affordable. But if you're just going to put up one or two membership sites, there's several plugins you can get that will, handle 1 to 3 sites. They're really, really cheap. Most all of them now do pretty much all the same things as far as, controlling the content and controlling membership levels. And like I said, most all of them can do drip feed now. That's pretty much standard in all of them now. Okay, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and call tonight. Thanks for coming tonight. Be sure and go back through this video on the memberships. Like I said, this has been one of the best income streams I've started since I started doing these membership sites. Like I said, I counted them over the weekend. I thought I had 16. I actually have 18. Will be 19 as of Friday. And I plan on adding more. They do really well. Like I said, they have a high perceived value with your customers. So definitely look into them. Even if you just create one just to centralize your product delivery, it's well worth it to have just one just for that. That way, when you're answering support tickets, you tell them where to go because everything's in one place. They're worth it just for that benefit alone. But anyway, have a great night, folks, and thanks for coming.